Hello YouTube, this is Mike in Detroit. Say, why are we looking at the floor? Because I just want to show you real quick what is on my pedal board. And in case that's something you are building or thinking about. And why I have these 4 pedals. And that's all I have is 4 of them on my guitar pedal board here. So before I go over each one, and this is going to be real quick, I'm not really a pedal aficionado or anything like that. So I selected these pedals not for performance or stage work or anything like that. I am in my studio and this is where I learn. So these pedals, well, 3 of the 4 help me to learn. They are training devices. Well, maybe 2 of the 4. We'll get into it. The first pedal is a big mint. It's just a tuner pedal. It also serves the purpose that it deadens the sound. When it's on, you don't hear anything. So if I take my guitar out of cord out of the plug, you don't hear that pop, 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 pop. So I don't have to mess with the amp or anything. If I turn that on, so basically, as you can see, it just tunes up my guitar. Okay, so you don't hear anything, but I can see that my guitar is in tune. So if I step on it, now you're going to hear something. So that's all it does. It sits over there at the end of the chain. My chain goes from right to left, so that's at the end. And it's just making sure that I'm all tuned up. Um, the next one I use all the time. I mentioned that. That's how I got into this video, because I mentioned this freeze pedal here. Now the freeze pedal has 3 settings on it, so it's almost like a sustain pedal for a piano, but I don't use it that much for that. So I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a little switch there, and there's a lot of videos on these pedals. There's a little switch that says fast, slow, and latch. So if you put it on fast or slow, it's acting like a sustain pedal. I usually keep it on latch so that when there's a sound going through the chain, let's say it could be a note, step on it, and now that note is going to freeze. Hence the name, freeze pedal. Now what do I need that for? What do I use this for? So I forgot what note I played. A, I think. So let's kill it. Play another note. Let's play B flat. Now that note is going to sustain forever. So if I want to practice a B flat scale, last time I was talking about arpeggios, I could practice that over that note or that drone note. Same thing I can do with a chord. I can play a B flat chord. I had to learn that I had to play it softly, or see. So now I took my hand off the guitar. That you cannot see, but trust me, I did take my hand off the guitar, and it's just frozen. It's so here again, I can practice whatever I want to practice. That's what I use it for. If I want to practice my G minor pentatonic, and that I made a video a while ago that says practice slow and make fast progress. Instead of running through stuff, I can kind of hear what each note sounds like against that chord. So that definitely is a useful practice tool that made it onto my board. It helps me out a lot. So I can kill it. Now the next one here is a looper pedal and drum machine. I don't use the drum part too much because I've got other, although I can show it to you. This one is called an Flamma, Flamma FS21. I'm sure there are a lot of them out there because almost everybody has a looper of some kind. Actually, I have two of them. I have one for my keyboards and one for my guitar. And basically, I am going to hit the looper button, and I'm just going to use my hand here and reach over. So I'm going to clear it. I got this one because it's easy to use. So you gotta learn a little, to move my camera over so my foot doesn't knock it over. You gotta learn a little bit of timing. So you, maybe I was playing a one, let me turn it up a little bit, 2, 5, 1. So I get my little rhythm going, and if you want to turn that drum machine on, you can. I typically don't do that. I'll get a little count in my head. So 1, 2, 3, hit it. Now, if I wanted to overdub on that, I would have just kept playing. Now it's just playing it by itself. Now I can so that looper pedal will just go on forever. So my workflow when I'm trying to learn something is I do the freeze thing first, and then when I think I got it, what did I just play? Oh, I play a G chord. So let's play that loop. So maybe I want to practice the G scale, I don't know. So I kill that. And so fast, slow, doesn't matter. I can play, I can actually use my looper pedal like a drone as well. So let me clear that. I'll show you how that so when it's not playing, and if I step on it and hold it, whoops, if I step and hold it, I say, maybe. Now let's see, let's go over here, stop, hold, clear. Now, the reason why I'm having a little trouble because my next pedal is a little taller and I got to get my foot in there. So let's say if I played a G minor chord, let's just try that. Let's go over here. And let's let it ring out, and I killed it. And I don't want to overdub over that. So now it's sort of acting like a drone. Sort of acting like the freeze pedal. So actually you can get away with a looper and not get the freeze pedal, but I like the freeze pedal. So that's what the looper pedal does. Now, if I put it on rhythm, hit this button over here, it'll play whatever. There's several rhythms that it will play. I say there's several rhythms that it will play. You can tell I don't use this one too much. There it goes. A little jazz rhythm. And there's several of them like that. I don't think the drum part is that good, but I got other ways to do drums on and other devices I have here in the studio, so I don't use that. But I do use the looper part to make a little bit and practice whatever I need to practice. Okay, the last thing that's on my pedal, I just got this, and I absolutely love it. So it's called a Flint Storyman, and it's kind of like two pedals in one. So it's got both tremolo and reverb, and each one of those has several different kinds of reverb and tremolo. I think each one, there's 3 different tremolos and there's 3 different reverbs. And the knobs on there say, you can shape the sound, how intense you want it, and then how fast you want it to decay, etc. Just real quickly, this is just regular, straight, clean. So if I step on that reverb, which we know and love, hear it? Hear it? Especially those of us who love jazz. We want to touch a reverb in our sound, Not too much, but a little bit. Just like a singer wants reverb, it just colors the sound. Now let me show you what the tremolo sounds like by itself. Got that wang, 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 wang. Got that sound to it. Here it is in single notes. You can do both. So, and there's several kinds of tremolo and reverb. Actually, I had another pedal called a chorus, and this Flint Storyman was so good. It sounds just good. I don't know if the video is doing it justice. It just kicked that chorus right off my. Now I have a pretty good. I have a jazz chorus 40 amp that I can shape the sound on the amp. But my amp's way over there, and when I'm playing guitar, I don't want to keep messing with the controls on the amp. So now I can do it right here on the pedal. And this Flint Storyman, I did some research and I looked at some YouTube videos, and it was so highly recommended. I went ahead and bit the bullet. And once I installed it, it's just delicious sound. So if you're thinking about a reverb, tremolo kind of all-in-one pedal, I recommend it. Not that I've tried 50 of them or anything like that. I'm not trying to give you that kind of impression. But I really enjoy that pedal to shape the sound. So if I turn on a little reverb and I just comping away, gives it that hall kind of feel. And this last pedal does kind of shape my sound, but these two pedals in the middle are for learning. That's how when I'm in the studio, working on stuff as we all do. That's the two pedals, the looper pedal and the freeze pedal, I use a lot to help me on my learning journey. And I guess the Storyman does too, in a way, because the more you enjoy your sound, the longer you're going to practice. Maybe you found a new chord or something like that you never played before, and the sound sounds really delicious because you got a touch of reverb on it. Or and right there at your foot, when you need it, just step on the pedal. If you don't need it, I probably have a little bit too much on right now. When I'm playing single line notes, that's when I usually go ahead and put the tremolo on. Sometimes I'll have both of them on. Reminds me of my cello when I'm shaking my hand around like that, but I don't have to do that because the pedal's doing it. That's the Flint Storyman pedal. So I have, again, just for me, it kind of works for me. I have a Big Mini tuner pedal, and then I have the freeze. Then I have the Flamma looper and drum pedal. I think I got that Flamma just because it was cheap. And this Flint Storyman is definitely not cheap, but it's delicious. So anyway, hopefully that answered the question I got. That's the 4 pedals that I have down there at my feet when I'm playing guitar. So we'll see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.